Awesome. Okay. Welcome to our team call for August. Don't even know what day it is or what time it is or anything. What's up, Linda? Um, I am super excited about this month. And it's exciting for a few reasons because I will tell you a story about last August. So last end of June, we were finishing up our exciting celebrations at Summit, and we went to this awesome bar called Howl the Moon. And I was pretty high strung last July. I was pretty in it to win it, not taking any days off, in total denial that I needed self-care, still dealing with a host of crazy health issues and pretty sick all the time, but working all day, every day, super obsessed, wouldn't take a day off. And Brandon and my relationship was a little bit rocky. We were kind of getting at each other a little bit, which is really uncommon for us. And I just felt generally off. So when we went to Summit, I was really looking forward to Summit, being able to clear my head and get excited and reconnect with coaches that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I always get fired up with all the announcements and just the community and energy there. So we had this awesome Summit. I was so stoked about it. And then we went to this bar on the very last night to celebrate. And I was sitting on this stool by the floor, the dance floor, and I got super excited, enthusiastic, as I tend to do, about meeting this girl who was from Vancouver. I was just like, what? No way. And I swung my head back super hard. It's me. I like to be enthusiastic. And I ended up cracking my head open on this stone ledge of that was right behind the bar. And this girl looked at me and she was like, man, you hit your head pretty hard there. Are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm totally fine. Meanwhile, definitely seeing stars. I didn't even think that was a thing. It's a thing. And I touched my back of my head. I come and there's blood all over my hand. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm okay. So thank God Courtney was at our table. She's a nurse on neuro. So she was like, hey, let's go to the back. I'll take care of you. We'll fix you up. She cleaned me up, was watching me for concussion symptoms. Fast forward. We leave Indianapolis. We get delayed in our flights 10 hours. I'm staying up in the airport. We stayed at the bar after the fact. I pretended like I was fine because this is where I was at, obsessed with just putting on a face and I'm fine. Everybody else, I want to make sure everybody else is okay. But meanwhile, I was super concussed and didn't know it. I was developing a brain injury from hitting my head so hard. Next morning, kind of feeling crappy. Next night, we're in the airport. We get delayed. We finally get home at 5 a.m. the next morning. And by the time we got home, I was like, something is wrong. Again, still in denial that I'm working too hard and not knowing how to take breaks and not knowing how to chill out. 2 days later, I try to do a workout. I fall over because I have a concussion. You're not supposed to work out when you get a concussion. And then our team goes into 5-star diamond qualification. I had been working towards 5-star diamond for 4 years. So when we went into 5-star diamond qualification, I was like, there is no way we are letting this slip. We are doing this. We deserve it as a team. I know we can hit elite this year. We had people on this call who were pushing and holding diamond. And to be quite honest, it was quite stressful. So I had a concussion. We were holding 5-star qualification for diamond where there's a lot of moving pieces. I was so stressed out that I ended up giving myself a bladder infection. My skin was all crazy. I couldn't drive. I couldn't go on my phone, so I couldn't work. I couldn't read. Brandon and I were at the worst place possible. We had this blow up 2 days where we were like, are we doing this or are we not doing this? And I share all of this super vulnerably with you guys because last August is so flippin' different from this August. And I'm so proud of that because this whole last year I put in the work internally in order to see the bliss and joy and calmness that I've now cultivated in my life and the confidence that I've now cultivated in my life because of it. I put in the frickin' work mentally. And this call, I'm going to talk about morning meltdown and promo codes and using your Success Club system tracker. But truth be told, if you don't deal with the shit that's in your head and you don't deal with the stuff that you need to figure out personally, professionally, you're going to be stuck until you deal with that stuff. Then you can get to the next level. And for me, I had to really face the fact that I was overworking as a coping mechanism because I use work and achievement as a means of worthiness and value. And I don't know if you guys relate to that or not, but that was my story for a really long time. And this whole year, I had to really undo that story. And it was only in the last couple months that I really had to try to figure out who I am without this who I am without always being recognized, without always achieving, without always being at the top of the leaderboards. You know, I've always been in this crazy competition with myself. And so the last few months here, especially the last 2 months, I've really taken a step back and chilled the F out. I don't know if you can feel it, but I'm a little bit better of a version of myself. And I bring this up and tell you guys the story to start the call off, because it's so easy to just be like, do this, do this, do this, do this, and then you'll see success. But for me, I was overcomplicating everything. And then I was overcomplicating everything. And I was dealing with stuff that I was trying to shove down with like overachievement syndrome and working all the time and not taking breaks and not knowing about balance. And, you know, and then that energy started coming across in my conversations probably. And people were like, whoa, like Marie's pretty intense. She really wants me to do this program with her, you know? And since I've flipped the script and really done the internal work and simplified my business, I have found so much more joy in my everyday power hour tasks. And I've also found more confidence in it. So I wanted to share that first, just to like preface me talking about like simplifying your business, and just to say like, I have 100% been so guilty of overcomplicating, overworking, not finding balance. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want anybody on our team to have to experience that level of burnout and like mental instability in order to realize that like you can actually work half the amount of time and still be very successful and make money. And that's kind of what I wanted to get at with tonight, was just like, simplification is the name of the game. And Michelle actually hosted our call in July and did such a good job of it. You shared exactly what coaching is. And I'm just going to reiterate some of those things, because I think it's really easy for us to forget, and we try to overcomplicate. We think we need to be doing A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z in order to be successful. We need to understand the algorithm, and we need to be doing this YouTube video, and we need to be doing this training. You know, and all coaching is, just to reiterate, because everybody on this call knows I know, but all coaching is committing to your journey. And that's like mental, emotional, physical, committing to your journey, sharing that on social media, talking to new people each day, inviting them to also start their journey, and then supporting them. Wash, rinse, repeat. Committing to your journey, sharing it on social media, inviting other people to do it, having conversations with them, not having an agenda, but just chatting with people. And if it comes up in the conversation and you see an opportunity to help them and you're able to send that invite, just know that you're giving them a gift, right? And then you help them get set up. And then when you help them get set up, especially this month, you get them set up with a freaking promo code to save an extra $12 Canadian off their pack. That's incredible. That's a sample pack of Energize packets. Like, you know, or that's $12 that they would have spent on taxes or shipping that they can save. It's amazing. Like the Morning Meltdown packs are $30 off this month with with those promo codes. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that, and just, coaching is so simple, but we tend to do this thing where we overcomplicate it. And what I did for myself is, and I'll share with you guys, I don't know if I can even flip my screen or not. I don't think I can. I'll just turn my computer. What I did for myself is I printed out this. You guys see it? I printed out the 100 days, 100 Morning Meltdown calendar. And I'll post it in the team page. Actually, I think I already posted it underneath our calendar. And I just wrote on it, I commit to 100 power hours. I can make a difference by showing up every single day on purpose. And for me, what that means, showing up on purpose, is just literally working from a checklist. Here's me going back to basics. I printed off these checklists. Like I was even overcomplicating it by making my own checklist. So I said, scrap that. I'm committing to just doing the Success Club tracker and using the tracker form that comes with it. And I even put a little sticky note to remind myself, like, these are the things that you're doing on your power hour in the order of importance. Number one, to get my whistle wet, I guess you would call it. I don't like diving into my power hour and just doing invites right off the hop. For me personally, it doesn't work that way. I like to get a little bit warmed up, and how I get warmed up is I start connecting with people. Maybe it's 5 minutes for you. Maybe it's 15 minutes. Maybe it's 30 minutes, whatever works for you in this season of your life. Make sure you're connecting with new people each day. Like super, super simple. Go to your followers, go to your followers, go to your friends on Facebook, go to your friends' friends on Facebook. Just like and comment their stuff. If you see somebody who you genuinely connect with or want to get to know, first of all, write their name down. And second of all, connect with them in some way. Send them a message. Comment on some of their photos. they will either follow you back, check out some of your photos, or they won't. And you have their names, so you can check back in a couple months and you can comment on some of their photos, send them a message, get to know them, right? But just don't put so much pressure on yourself to have every single person you talk to join you. The people you talk to today are probably not going to join you for another 6 months. So just start the relationship and just kind of go at it with a little bit of an easy breezy attitude. But as long as you're connecting with new people every single day, that's important. Number 2, then I go in and invite some people. Some days I invite 3, some days I invite 30. It kind of depends, but just pick a number that feels good for you that you can stay consistent with. Ginny and I were talking about this today, and she was just like, some coaches invite 30 to 60 people. I invite 15 because 15 feels good, and I can do 15 invites every single day, 4 or 5 days a week, and not get burnt out. So just choose what's going to work for you, what you feel best with, and make sure that you're inviting people. Invite the people who watch your stories, invite the people who like your posts, invite the people that you're having conversations with. The key is that you have to have the conversations first, right? And then I do follow-ups. I'll do follow-ups not every day, maybe every couple days, maybe once a week. Whenever I have people that I've chatted with that we kind of fell off the radar a little bit, I'll check back in with them. I'll check in with my clients maybe once a week, and then I'll just answer messages and try and clear my inboxes each day. And that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be anything more than that. I'll put up one post, a handful of stories, make sure I'm talking about a little bit of a variety of things, and boom, that's coaching in a nutshell. I know you guys know that, but just keeping it so simple is so vital to enjoying it. And I know, and Sandy and I were chatting today, she was just saying like, okay, like, what do you do when you kind of feel stuck a little bit? Like, what do you do when you kind of get in a little bit of a rut? And we just talked about it on the Diamond Chat, but I wanted to bring it to this call too. Originally, I was just going to talk about Morning Meltdown and promo codes and the Success Club system tracker, but instead we're having a heart chat with Marie about concussions and getting in a rut. But Sandy said, she's like, what do you do when you kind of get in a rut? And for me, the only time that I get in a rut with my business is all the time. Because it's an emotional business, it's a lot of heart work. Okay. Like HEART. And so, like, honestly, once every couple months, once every 6 months, I'll go through a little bit of a dip, and that's normal. And I just want to let you know that if you ever go through a dip in your business where you're like, I don't know if this is working, I don't know if I'm doing very well at this, just to trust the process. And whenever in doubt, just take it back, like scale back, kind of like look at it from afar and just get back to basics. Like, commit to a program, print out your tracker, remember why you started, and just like do the things that bring you joy, as well as inviting, because most people will be like, inviting doesn't bring me joy. But do the things that bring you joy so that you get your flame back and you can pivot and find new joy with it. And I would also say too that, like, at different parts of your business, you're going to be different. So who you were last year, you don't have to be that same person. You have permission to be somebody totally new and strive for different goals. So that's I just wanted to kind of like talk about that. I have one other thing here as a suggestion, maybe that might help. The power hour tasks that I suggested from the list, I put on a sticky note. I also have them on this like little card. I also have them up on my cork board highlighted, just so like I don't get distracted and forget, because it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to check Facebook notifications first. Don't do that. Oh yeah, I'm going to answer messages first. Don't do that. Like, I have to put my blinders on when I come and sit down. I'm going to do my power hour. I got to do my connections. I set a timer so that I'm not on my phone for a million hours. Do my invites, do my follow-ups, put up a post, done. Like, anything after that is just bonus. And the way that I remember to stay on task, and the way that I remember to come at it from a place of like genuine integrity, is I have these 3 questions up on the board, and I shared them on a different team call last month or after Summit, but I want to share them again because I think they're so powerful and they've really impacted me. So number 1, I ask myself after my workday, did the activities I do today serve my tomorrow? That's super important. If I finish my power hour and I haven't actually invited anybody, I'm like, dang, no, this didn't serve my tomorrow, because all I did today was like the fun, fluffy stuff. I answered comments and I, engaged with people on social media and scrolled a little bit and looked up a bagel recipe that doesn't have grain. Like, great. Like, that's super exciting. So number 1, did the activities I do today serve my tomorrow? Number 2, would I want to join my team based on how I showed up today? That one's super powerful. That one reminds me to like stay in check and show up lit up with joy. And number 3, what was my impact score? who did I empower? For me, the word impact is just like really meaningful right now. You can choose whatever word is right for you. If your word is compassion or passion or powerful or empowered or free, whatever your word is right now, like for me, what was my impact score today? I want to remember, like, did I touch one person's life? As long as I touch one person's life and I did my vitals and I did my journey, I'm good to go. I can close my book. I can trust in the process. I can enjoy the process. I don't have to worry about having it all right now. It doesn't have to all unfold in 2 days' time. And I can just trust that so long as I keep showing up, keep it simple, and continue to show up with joy and passion and doing it for the right reasons, like the success comes with that. And I just want to finish off before we kind of open it up for like some questions here, or a little discussion. I think it's so important to recognize how far you've come, even if you're a brand new coach. Like, even if you've only been coaching for like a month or a year or 2 years, even, like, write down why you're badass and write down what you've accomplished so far. You will be so surprised at yourself when you start writing those things down. Have you helped 10 people since you started coaching? That's 10 people's lives that you have infinitely impacted for the better. That's incredible. Are you an Emerald coach? Do you know the percentage of coaches that hit Emerald? It's not high. It's not. Are you a Success Club freaking legend? That's something to celebrate. Have you lost any weight with Beachbody programs? Have you healed your gut? Have you healed your mindset? Have you overcome trauma? Like, there are so many different ways that you can celebrate yourself. So I really highly suggest, above all things, as we go into back to school season and it's super busy and everybody's got excuses, and you're going to be like, okay, like, everybody's got excuses, and I'm fired up about Morning Meltdown. I'm fired up about these promo codes. I want to use them. I want to win prizes from Marie because she likes giving me gifts. Sweet. As you go into this like busy season, I need you to start to remember why you started. Keep it so simple. Like, just scale back your business and focus on the simple things, and just have fun with it. Like, that's, to me right now, that's what's bringing me the most joy. That's what's creating so much success for me. In July, I was gone more days than I was home. And I hit like Success Club 14 and signed up some new coaches and had a blast posting on social media, but also being off of social media, and just like found a really good balance. And I truly believe it was because my mindset and energy around coaching was so solid. I didn't let myself watch stories, because I find if I watch other coaches' stories, I fall into comparison mode. I didn't let myself scroll, because again, I fall into comparison mode. Am I doing enough? Am I being enough? Right? So when I was on my phone, I was posting, putting up some fun stories. I would watch my own stories if I wanted to watch stories. And I was just connecting with people. And those connections were fruitful because I was still chatting with them and showing up while on vacation. So I just wanted to share kind of those tips with you. I don't know if that helped at all, but that, and I also wanted to challenge you guys. Like, I printed off that I commit to 100 power hours because I'm doing the Morning Meltdown right now. I know that I think everybody on this call is doing Morning Meltdown. Like, I challenge you, print off the tracker and do 100 power hours. And it doesn't have to be one every single day, right? It can be 130 days, just like the Morning Meltdown program. But I challenge you to build that consistency in your schedule, because I guarantee if you add 3 new friends, invite 3 new people, and follow up with 3 people every single day for the next 100 days, you will build a very lucrative, successful business. It's not about the once in a while big, like, I invited 30 people today and then I was so burnt out that I fell off the freaking railroad for 3 weeks, right? It's not about that. It's about the small things done consistently over time. And when you do the small things consistently over time, you have more fun with it, because you don't feel as much pressure to show up and do this like crazy amount of stuff, which takes a lot of willpower to like get yourself going. So anyways, I wanted to open up for discussion. If you want to talk about any of that, or if you have like any questions about anything right now with regards to Morning Meltdown or promo codes or the Success Club system tracker or just coaching in general, let's just have a discussion for 5 or 10 minutes here before we wrap it up. Anybody?
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
So since I've been back from Summit, I don't exactly track on the tracker because I'm really bad for recording things, but so I watch my stories, see who's watching them, and it seems to be the same people every single day. Mm-hmm. I've invited each and every single one of them. And then I've invited everybody that's been watching my stories and I still keep trying to add people, but where do I go from there? How do I, unless I try and add like 20 people a day or something, I just don't know where to keep building. Is it just like consistently just try those adding 3 new people every day?
And like the higher the number, the faster you'll grow, right? So when I first started, I didn't have an Instagram account. I had a Facebook account and I had just deleted everybody. So I had like maybe 200 friends on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And now 4 years later, I have like 2,000 friends on my Facebook. And that didn't just happen from me adding a whole bunch of people at once. It happened because I looked for 5 mutual friends every single day for like 2 or 3 years. That being said, what you can do, Linda, when you find that the same people are watching your stuff, the same people are commenting, you kind of like feel like you're in kind of a vacuum of like the same people on Instagram. I know what that feels like, and it's not very nice. I totally get it. Also keep in mind those people might come around. But what I find works really well, and it seems to kick the Instagram algorithm and like get my stuff out to more people, is I will go to my followers and I will 3, 2, 1, so you comment on 3 or like 3, comment on 2, message or follow them. I will go to my followers and I will 3, 2, 1 with like 20 to 30 people. Mm-hmm. And then I will go to their page. And if I go to their posts, I'll look at some of the people who are commenting on their stuff and I'll go in 3, 2, 1 with those people. So it's like my followers, friends who I'll go and do the 3, 2, 1 connections with, as long as I feel like we have a connection. Like I'll look at their page. And if they're like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm like, no, this isn't my person. But if there's somebody who's like, yo, I'm celiac and like, I love gardening, I'm like, sweet, we should be friends, And then that being said as well, I find, and you guys know that I'm all about like what you put out, you get back, hence the boomerang, energetic. I find that when I am trying to make meaningful connections in person as much as possible, it seems like people connect with me online better as well. And I'll just explain. So on Friday, I sold my bookshelf, my little bookshelf, on Facebook Marketplace to this girl. And she comes to pick it up and she is wearing workout clothes and she's all sweaty. And she was like, sorry, I'm so sweaty. I like just had a workout. I could have just been like, oh, that's awesome. Like take her money and leave. Instead, I was like, oh, I could use this opportunity as a conversation. So I said, like, where were you working out? And we had a 5-minute conversation. And she goes, oh, I was working at this new gym, F45. It's in Stonebridge. They just opened, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, sweet. She's like, yeah, it's HIIT workouts. It's super hard, but I really like it. I just started. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I do HIIT workouts too. Like I do Beachbody HIIT workouts, but I love the style of workout. That's great. She's like, yeah, they actually have their first week free if you ever want to go. Like it's pretty awesome. I just signed up. Fast forward to like 2 hours later. I could have left that conversation as is. I could have been like, okay, that was really nice. She was a nice girl. She bought my bookshelf. Like forget about her. Instead, what I did is I went back to my Facebook because she had messaged me through there to get the bookshelf. I looked at her Facebook profile. I messaged her and I said, hey, I know this is kind of weird, but I was thinking about that class you mentioned. If you're going again this week, I would love to go with you if you're up for it. She messaged me back. I would love that. I'm going on Monday. Do you want to come? Number 1, I looked at the video trailer for this workout studio and it scared the shit out of me. Number 2, I actually got injured yesterday. It was so psycho. But number 3, this girl and I connected so well. She's a first-year teacher. She's super sweet. She loves fitness. She's coming on Thursday to our morning meltdown workout. She's asking about coaching. Like that would never have happened. And then the point that I'm trying to make with this whole thing, today alone, for the first day in like a long time, I had like 20 new followers. And I don't know how it happened, but I was just like, thank you. So I really, truly believe that if you're like making the connections in person, having those conversations and connecting with people online, like doing the like commenting on my followers, photos and that kind of thing, people start to come back around and you start to have new people in your circle because of that.
Okay.
Super roundabout way to answer it, but that's what I'm sticking with.
I've also gone back through people that I've previously 3, 2, 1'd and followed and just to see if they're active. Like sometimes, I mean, people don't even have a post since April,
Yeah.
So sometimes that's why there's no action in your Instagram too. So.
Yeah, true. And too, Linda, like if you find a couple hashtags that really resonate with you, just like a couple, not like crazy, but there might be a couple hashtags that really have your like niche person, and it might take you a little while to find them. But like, for example, I found this one hashtag Whole30 Homies and it's super random, but I find that the people that use that hashtag are like my kind of people. So you might have like a hashtag that you come across. And if you go to your Instagram search tab and you type in just some hashtags you think you might like of things, you can go instead of the top posts, you can click a beside it, it says recent. I would click the recent instead, so it's not as popular. I'm just gonna see what Courts. Just found out my team name's hashtag is blocked banned or whatever. Oh my God, Courtney. My podcast name or something got like reported and is blocked. So join the club. I would just message Instagram and just say like, hey, this is a mistake, because empower, inspire is pretty nice and positive. I don't know if that helps you, Linda, but it is a process, and like, just trust it. Social media can be a beast, but if you just go at it and do your best and try to connect with people, and like the engagement thing is huge. So I find on days when I'm not getting as much traction on my posts, it's because I'm not actually engaging on social media and I'm just being selfish with it, kind of. So if I start my work days with that connection and then I'm posting after the fact, it just like tells Instagram that I'm an active social member, and then they put my stuff out to more people, I think.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Hi, Alan. What do you want to show us? I feel like
now you can say hi.
Hi, everybody.
What do you have there? Treats?
Couple treats, yeah,
We're
maybe.
making granola.
Granola.
Is that Fixate approved, Alan?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So awesome. Awesome. Okay, we only have a couple minutes left. Does anybody have any questions or comments or anything that they're want to celebrate or struggling with that we can chat about? Corey, you're unmuted. You want to talk?
Not really. We're just meal prepping, so listening to all those while I was working out and Alan was meal prepping.
Okay, what was your biggest takeaway from our diamond chat?
That everyone goes through funks and it's totally normal in this business.
100%. It's normal in every business.
Yeah. But people businesses especially.
Yeah, 100%. And it's funny because I think we expect it to be easy because it's so fun, right? Like coaching is so fun and you're like, half the time it doesn't feel like work. But then some days you're like, oh, this kind of feels like challenging today and not that great. I had a lot of people say no to me or like not get back to me, and I'm kind of not really connecting with people very well. And I think we kind of forget that in order to experience the awesome, you also have to experience the not so awesome, right? Because you can't have black without white. That's just kind of how it goes. So just like really learning to ride that wave and keeping it simple is so freaking important when it comes to that. Linda, some days it's even hard to get a post up. It is. And you know what? I would say to that, if you're feeling like rammy with social media one day, you're like, oh, I'm like resisting this. Just don't post that day. Like you are better off just like taking a me day and journaling. And I guarantee if you journal something out, you'll find some content for a next post to be like, yesterday I was having an off day. Here's what I did about it. You know, like don't force it. I used to force it sometimes. And I've just learned that if I'm having an off day, like people will feel that energy. I am better served to get off my phone, go outside, go for a walk. I've been listening to books on Audible lately. I'm listening to one you guys might like. It's called Chillpreneur. So that one's pretty good. It's helping me chill out. And yeah, anyways, that might help. Not sure. Does anybody have any other questions or want to speak? Everybody's good to go. Repeat the name of the book. Oh, it's called Chillpreneur, Linda, by Denise Duffield Thomas. Yeah, I'm listening to it. She's Australian, so it's fun for me to listen to. I like their accents. Yeah. Carl, are you unmuting yourself or are you just reaching for a snack? Nice.
Oh, shit. I like to eat, but no, I'm not reaching for a snack. I saw someone posted it in the Team Just Keep Pushing group about the guy that wrote Build to Last. He's offering nice boobs.
Sorry.
He's offering free books. I didn't click on it because I literally just ordered it on Amazon and it's sitting at my house. But yeah.
That is
Linda, you
awesome
got yours.
book.
So yeah, if anybody hasn't read it,
he's offering it for
go
free
and
right
jump
now?
on that. Yeah, I guess so.
That's crazy. You guys, just for the record, if you don't know who Keith Callahan is, he's been coaching for 9 years, makes $1 million a year, is the most down-to-earth, awesome human being, super chilled out. He lives on a ranch with his family. They have maple trees. But anyways, his book, Build to Last, is awesome. A super quick read, and it's exactly directly for Beachbody coaches. So 100% go get that, especially if it's free. That's a really, really good one. Oh, gotcha. $7.95 for delivery. Still, that's really good. That's great. Cool.
That's awesome because I just paid $30 for mine. So
Yeah.
Belinda.
It's true. Make sure you write that off. It's important. Sweet. Reading it right now too. That's awesome. That's a great one. Okay, well, thank you so much, you guys, for being on and listening to my heart ramblings. Like I said, I was going to do like a real how-to, but you guys know, like, use your promo codes because you get to save people money. It's super easy. You just give them the code, they paste it at the checkout, and then you get to apply the $12 off Canadian. You know, if you're not doing Morning Meltdown, I'm 100% positive that everybody on here is doing it, except for maybe Alan.
What do you say about that?
What about me? What's going on?
Are you doing Morning Meltdown right now, or are you doing Lyft?
I'm doing both.
He's done 3.
Or
4 today.
Oh, I'll eat my hat. Sorry about that, buddy. That's awesome.
that's all right. Yeah,
He's doing it with Lift 4. We listened to Joel's IGTV video yesterday.
Okay.
You can do Lift 4 with Morning Meltdown.
Oh, for sure you can.
So now he's in.
You're such a good freaking coach, Alan. Brandon is currently doing doing Lyft 4 for probably how many times have you done it? He got groceries in the other room. I think this is his 6th or 7th time. He loves it. He chooses one program and does it over and over again. He did the same thing for 21 Day Fix. He did it like 17 times. Everybody would be like, which program is Brandon doing? Is he doing like Body Beast? And I was like, no, he's doing 21 Day Fix. He loves it. But he gets great results. And it just proves that the programs are not just for women, even though it's predominant women trainers. Or is it even? It's not really even. It's shared.
I haven't tried the 21 Day Fix yet.
It's good.
I haven't made it all the way through. I think I did like the first week, maybe 2, but pretty sure.
Michelle says, Evan keeps saying he's going to get up and do it with me, but so far all he's done is the yoga day. And you know what, Michelle? That's how it starts. Like, Brandon do it for the first, 8 months, maybe 10 months. He was like, nah, I don't need that. I'm too tired from work. I don't need Shaco. I'm too tired. I don't need it. I don't need Energize. And then the day that he drank Shaco, I was like, shit, we have to buy 2 bags now. And he drinks my Energize stock because it's our stock now and is a little fiend. I'm talking about you.
Yeah. I started, Alan was like, I'm only going to the gym. I don't do home workouts. And then now that's all he does.
Linda, I saw Bob's post about Shaco the one day and I was like, yes, everybody's getting, like, the husbands are becoming coaches. It's amazing.
You need to show them the video. You need to post that in the team page or something. It's so funny. It's like an infomercial that he made of Shakeology.
Amazing.
I just need someone to show me how to get it off my phone and save it somewhere. You know me.
Yeah, deal. I'll help you. That's amazing. Britt, Schimpf will get in it eventually. Nah. He's busy. But he's supportive, which I love. And same thing, Carly, with Nick. Like, super supportive, which is awesome. Erica, I know your boyfriend's super supportive too. So that's great. We have such good people on our team. Can I just say that for a second before we all go? Like, seriously, our tribe is freaking amazing. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. And I love that we get to just like hang out on a Zoom call for half an hour and talk about how the husbands of Beachbody are killing it. Should we take a pic and call it a night? All right, let's do it. I'm going to do a boomerang. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Nice. Oh my God. Britt and Carly, you guys are adjacent to each other and you both went like this at the same time. That's awesome. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. And anything you need, just message or post in the team page. We are a family. Love you.